Some general comments on the Phoenician cause. I have recently been involved in responding to some false unscientific posts on social media about the Phoenicians, as I had already mentioned before in this video presentation. There appears to be an effort to idealize and embellish the Phoenicians to a degree that would actually betray the Phoenician identity, religion, and culture. In my opinion, history is somehow sacred because it remains untouchable. We cannot go back in time to change it. Attempting to change it by not being truthful to it amounts to violating it, which is a great treason. In my video presentations across multiple inscriptions over more than a decade and a half, I kind of became close to my ancestors, the Phoenicians. I feel like the last Phoenician, like in the movie The Last Crusader, protecting the Holy Phoenician Grail. I cannot keep silent when I hear and read falsehood and fabrications about my people. Phoenicians were human beings just like us, not superheroes, not gods, and not monotheistic like their neighbors in the south, the Hebrews. They were pagans and their morality was based on their pagan beliefs. The Phoenicians were not the Hebrews, and the Hebrews were not the Phoenicians. Sorry, Mr. Simcha Yakabonici. The Carthaginians were not Hebrews, they were Phoenicians. Although both were living in the land of Canaan and were speaking Canaanite sister languages, Phoenician and Biblical Hebrew. The Phoenicians lived in peace with their southern neighbors. They were allies at the time of Hiram of Tyre and David and Solomon in Jerusalem, and later on with the two kingdoms of Israel and Judah. They had great influence on each other, as clearly stated and attested in the Bible, both in the Old and the New Testaments. The borders Kubulim between the two nations changed over the centuries, as I mentioned in previous videos. Ashkelon, near modern-day Tel Aviv, was at one time during the Persian era a Phoenician city. Our Lord Jesus Christ was not a Phoenician, as some of my Lebanese compatriots pretended. He and his family were Jews, together with all the apostles and their disciples. This is a fact, and it does not diminish in any way my ancestors, the Phoenicians, who were among the first believers in the Christian faith outside of Israel. Sadly, those unreal posts are read by thousands, whereas only a couple of hundred people watch my videos. It is sad that people opt not to hear the truth and would rather listen to myths and fake stories. At last, I dare say, I have become so close to those who inscribe this and other Phoenician inscriptions to the degree that those ancestors have become friends and family from across the millennia. Their blood runs in my veins and their genes are in every cell of my body. I have become one of them and I cannot but defend them. I am proud of who they were and I am with them in their weaknesses and strengths. No one is perfect, only God is. Yet we should all continue to strive to become as perfect as possible, as preached by our Lord Jesus Christ. There is no superior race or inferior race. We are all sons of Adam and Eve. And as my beloved grandmother, God rest her soul, used to say, كل الناس يا تيتا هن خير وبركة. All people are good and a blessing. And we should all strive to live in peace and in dignity. Sic hec mea presentatio finitur.